Python online classes. Today we are in Unit 2 and Session 3. So today we are going to learn and output, print statement, type conversion or typecasting, different types of errors. Those are syntax error, logical error, and runtime error. So first we will go to the input. Input function prompts the user to provide some information on which the program can work and give the result. So whenever we are working with any program, we require a user input. That means the computer will work in the basic mechanism of it will read the input from the user and it will do the process, and thereafter it will give the output. So far we have seen some programs which we have taken static input. That means we have given the input inside the program itself. But now I want to take dynamic input. That means the user needs to enter an input, and based on the input I need to perform my logic. So for that we need to use a function called input function. So by default input function will read the string as an input. Whether you enter any integer or any float value or any string value, it will read only in the string format. But if you require the integer as an input or float as an input, then you need to add pre-tag as int or float based on your choice. So we'll see how we can read different data types of inputs using Python in our example session or in our practical session. So now we'll see some basic example of reading an input. So here in this slide you can see the syntax called x is equal to input enter your name. That means I am prompting user to enter name. User enters name as ABC. User enters name as ABC. So that's how it will enter the name. So here is a simple program. So here I have two variables, name and age, and both the things I am reading in the format of string because I haven't have any kind of pre-tag called int or float. So input what is your name, so it will enter name, and input enter your age, that means it needs to be enter age of that particular person. So output will be what is your name, then he will enter Ramesh, and enter your age, he will enter the age as a 20. So output is name Ramesh, you are age 20 years old. This is how this program will work. So this is how we can take input from the user. So we will see detailed explanation of various types of inputs in our practical session. Now we will move to the next slide. So here it's a print statement. The slide will explain about what print statement can do. The print statement output an entire line and then goes to the next line for subsequent output. So that means it will print entire output, entire line of text, whatever you have included in between the parenthesis of print function. So it will print to the output to the monitor. And if you want to print more than one item in a single line, then you need to keep a comma. So comma can be used. So whenever you add comma to a statement, then it will give automatically one space will be given. So we'll see how print will works in practical session. So here is a simple example. So I say print hello, then it will print hello, and I say print 2 plus 4 arithmetic operation plus, then it will give 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. And here you have a print 3.5, it will print 3.5, and here I am giving 2 comma 3. So that means it will give print 2 comma 3, and it will add 2 spaces in between comma and 3. So here is a typo mistake. So we'll see in practical session. Now we'll move to the next slide. So next slide is type conversion or typecasting. So what is type conversion and what is typecasting? Converting value from one data type to another data type is known as a type conversion or typecasting. That means I need to take a data input as a string. Later I decided that I required an integer, I don't want string, then I want to convert that particular string into integer. So that we can call it as a type conversion. So type conversion can be done two ways. Either it can be implicitly or explicitly. So implicitly in the sense, interpreter can convert the data type automatically, that we can call it as a implicitly. And explicitly in the sense, programmer specifies the conversion, that we can call it as a explicitly. So now here some table is there. You can observe the table, various functions of type conversion. Table says that int x, here x is a character, it will convert that particular character into a integer value. And a long x, it will convert that particular character into long data type. The float x, it will convert that particular text into float, into the float. And string x, that means converts x to a string. So here you need to pass a number. So number will be converted into string. Tuple x, so it will convert into the tuple. So either list can be converted into the tuple. And list x, so other data type, any data type will be converted into the list. And set x, so here x will be converted into the set. In previous class we have seen set of list, that means list will be converted into the set. Let's move to the next slide. So here ORD x, so it will convert the single character to the integer. So this ORD is nothing but it will give the ASCII value of that particular character. And oct x will convert an integer to octal string. And hex x, it will convert an integer to hexadecimal string. And chrx, it will convert integer to character. That means here you will pass a number, that number will be converted into character based on the ASCII value. And unichar, it will convert the integer to Unicode character. Int x, it will convert the x into the dictionary by using the key value pair. So we will see one by one in practical session. Let's move to the next slide. So here example of the type conversions. So here I say some examples. Float 10, that means here I am converting integer to floating value. And float 10 plus 5j, here complex number is converting to the floating value. It's a type error because I can't convert the complex number to the floating value. And here float type, so here it's giving the type as a 1.0 and the float 10 will give 10.0. Here some other example is there, boolean 0.0. Anything boolean with 0 is known as a false. Apart from 0, everything is a true. So here boolean 0.1 is get true, and boolean 0.01 will get true. Boolean 0.0j, 0 plus 0j, it's a complex number, still it has a value as a 0. So whenever boolean value is a 0 or nothing, then it will give false. And here boolean 0 plus 1j, it's not a 0, then it will giving as a true. Boolean empty string in the sense it's a false. So boolean some string, it will give true. And boolean space also will give the true. This is all about type conversion. Now we will move to the next slide. So next slide will explain you what is an error and what are the different types of errors. An error is a term used to describe any issue that arises unexpectedly that cause a computer to not function properly. So error in the sense, I have written some code. Whenever I am executing that particular code, I will get some problem. Such problem we can call it as a error. So while during execution of our code, I will not get expected output, but I will get some difficulty and some trouble. That we can call it as an error. So in errors, we have three different types of errors. So those are syntax error, logical error and runtime error. So we will see what is syntax error what is logical error and what is runtime error. So let's move to the next slide. So syntax error. Every programming language has its own rules and regulations. So based on the rules and regulations, we need to write our code. If you won't follow that particular rules and regulations, automatically it will give the error in compilation time itself. So such kind of errors we can call it as a syntax error. That means if you miss any kind of commas, semicolons, double quotes, or any kind of undefined variables we are using, so these all things will comes under into the syntactical errors. So here is a simple example. If 2 less than 3, print 2 is smaller. So if it is a block, then whenever I want to create a block, I required a colon, but I missed here colon. Then it will give a syntactical error while compiling of that particular code. Now we'll move to the next slide. Next slide will says logical error. Logical error in the sense will not get any kind of syntactical error while compiling that program, and program will execute properly but will not get expected output. Such kind of errors we can call it as a logical errors. Clear? So program will get executes but will not get expected output. For example, here I am taking two variables, x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 2, and I say x plus y divided by 2. So 2 plus 2 divided by 2, I should get only 2, but here I am getting 3.0. That means I am not getting expected output. That we can call it as a logical error. To avoid this logical error, what should I need to do? I need to create a separate block for this x plus y with parenthesis, and I say x plus y block divided by 2. That means bracket of x plus y divided by 2, then it will give 4 by 2, 2.0. This is what actual result. So such kind of errors we can call it as a logical errors. And logical errors are noticed during the runtime, and they are hidden inside the source code, and typically they are difficult to debug and harder to debug. Now next slide explaining about runtime error. Runtime error in the sense it will have the syntactically program will text properly, and it will not get any kind of output, but while execution of the code it will get an error. Such kind of errors we can call it as a runtime error. So for example, here I have a is equal to 20 and b is equal to 0, and I say print a divided by b, but 20 divided by 0. So division by 0 will not possible in mathematics, and same way it will not possible in Python also. Such kind of errors we can call it as a runtime errors. So this is what we can call it as a runtime error. What does it mean? It will not have any kind of syntactical error, and program also will not get executed with unexpected output also, but it will get an error while execution point of time. That error we can call it as a runtime error. So this is all about PowerPoint presentation. Now we will see practical session of this particular topic. So I will go to the Python IDLE quickly, and I will give you all the examples of topics what we have covered so far. So let's move to the Python IDLE. So here is my Python. So I will create one new file, and I name it as save, and saving into my Python folder, Python, and it's a unit 2. Say inputs example .py. So first topic is that taking input from the user. So I can take input in different ways. A is equal to input, enter your name. Say it's reading a string from user. And b is equal to int input enter your age. Reading an integer from user. C is equal float. Enter your grade. So reading float from user. So now I will print all these things. This is a print statement. Print A, print B, print C. So I will add some text to this print statement, as I said, with comma. So I will add your name is comma A, and thereafter I will say your age is comma B, and I say your grade is comma C. So this is a simple program to read input and print the given inputs towards the user. So now I will execute this program. So I say run module. So enter my name. My name is Shekhar, and I say age. So I will enter some age here. So if I say 34 and enter your grade, my grade is 9.99. So I have entered Shekhar as my name and age as 34. The grade is 9.99. So this is how my program will get executed. Now we have seen inputs and outputs from the user. So now we'll see how to typecasting. Typecasting, converting one data type to another data type with a few examples. So I will take one more file. I say Control N, Control S, and I said typecasting. Typecasting.py. So A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 4. So here it's an integer. Previously it's an integer and it's an string. Now we'll convert this integer to string and string to an integer. So I say C is equal to str of A. B is equal to int of B. So I will print now print A, comma B, comma C, comma D. All things at a time. So I will say save, and then I will run module. It's giving 10 4 10 4. Now you may get one doubt, sir, everything you have written and everything is getting it properly, but how can I get to know what type that particular variables are? To know that, we have a function called type. So print type of A. So that means it will give the A type as an integer, and the printer type of B. So it's a B type is string, and now printer type of C. So C type is string. So because we are converting into a string, yes. Printer type of D. So it's a integer again. So we'll check whether we get these outputs or not. So save, I say run module. So here you can observe the integer type and a string and integer. These are the types we need to cross check with your program. So this is how it will convert one data type to another data type. So here I say int string int, and here also you are getting int string integer. So that means it will converting one data type to another data type. So this is an example of type conversion, and if you want more examples as like as PPT, then you can practice yourself. Thereafter we have learned different types of errors. We have a 3 errors. So I will write one more file. So I say file as a error, save, and I say errors .py. So first I will write some syntactical error. A is equal to 20 and B is equal to 0 and print A and B are A, B. So here I need to write a comma to separate these values and variable and this string and these two variables. But I missed these commas. So now I will check whether I will get syntactical error or not. So I say save and I am running this program. Run. So invalid syntax. I am getting something called invalid syntax. While compilation itself it will give the error. So what should I need to do? I need to debug this code by adding commas in between the string and as well as variables. Now I will run this code. Run module. So I will save. So here I am not getting error. A and B are 20, 0. So such type of errors we can call it as a syntactical errors. Now I will go to the runtime error. So print A by B. So A value is 20 and B value is 0. So whenever I say print A by B, 20 divided by 0. So 0 division is not possible. We will see whether we will get this error or not. So I say save and I say run module. So here 0 division error. You can find here error called 0 division error. Division by 0 is not possible in mathematical and as well as your Python. To avoid that error, what should I need to do? I need to change A by 2, some other variable, some other value. So I say run. So here I will not getting any error. I will get 20 by 2 is equal to 10.0. So this error we can call it as a runtime errors. Now we will see logical errors. So x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 2. I say print x plus y divided by 2. Actual requirement, my requirement is 4.0, but it will get 3.0. That we can call it as a logical error. So run module. Whenever I run, it will get 3.0. To avoid that logical error, what should I need to do? I make this statement with separate brackets of x plus y. So now x plus y first evaluated 4. 4 divided by 2, it will get 2. So now I will get so here I will get 2.0. So now I will run this file, run module. Okay. So here it will getting 2.0. So this kind of errors we can call it as a logical errors. So these are the 3 different types of errors. And now this is all about practical sessions of today's class. If you have any doubts, you can contact me in tomorrow's class, or else you can contact me through Moodle chat, or else you can contact me through WhatsApp. That's all for today. Have a nice day. See you soon. Bye.